Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. See, I got two people in here. Steve's, what's going on, my guy? Marianne, what's going on, baby? First things first, hopefully everybody's having a blessed and productive Friday. Hopefully everybody is prepared for the weekend. For those who might be on the West Coast just finishing off their evenings, hopefully y'all be able to get home safe. And if you got plans, make sure you just keeping yourself intact and just being aware of what's going on. Appreciate everybody that tuned in earlier today for the live. Definitely was a good one. Shouts to Pixie, Word, and Val for popping up on the panel. Definitely was a good talking conversation as always. Nothing different from the normal, just having a good talking conversation. And tonight's conversation is kind of like breaking into certain things right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. Supposed to have a code, not just of ethic and not just a code of etiquette. Be honest with you. It don't make no sense that you have people who will, like I said earlier, continuously bother and stress people out for no apparent reason, even to the point of messing up good friendships. That's a code being broken, in my opinion. And that's a boundary that should never be touched anyway. We see certain things happening day in and day out. And in certain instances, it's sad again because you got to look at it. Your goal in life is not just to be here, but your goal in life is to, achieve greater than you ever imagined. But if you have this stigma that you have to be a pain, that you have to be, an enemy to somebody, at least let it be for good reason. The majority of the people now are just out here beefing and arguing for nothing. Half of y'all not going to ever see each other. Half of y'all never going to really have no dealings with each other in any way, shape, or form. So, in that token, why go through the extra headaches? Court, what's going on, baby? This is my thing. There's a code, and the code of friendship should never be broken. When you are a good friend to somebody, even if there's something going on where it got both of y'all in the middle, y'all are supposed to be able to hear each other out. Because for all you know, it could be a simple miscommunication, and that miscommunication could be brought in from other people. I've seen some good friendships go to bad just because of outside interference, miscommunication, and they didn't necessarily have to be that way. But when you got people from the outside that are trying their hardest to stop what you building and you know just trying to do the utmost to you, you're gonna have you're gonna have something to think about. And honestly, the question should be, where does your boundaries lie at? Where does they stop? Because in all actuality, keep it honest with you. Your boundaries shouldn't take you somewhere to where you gonna possibly get yourself hurt. Your boundaries shouldn't be just being a pain or a nuisance to anybody, especially the ones who are just being themselves. Your boundaries should stop. If somebody has asked you already to stop doing something and you're still doing it, now you're disrespecting their boundaries. And that's a code being broken right there. Whether you want to take that into consideration or not, you You have to look at that deep. Nexie, what's going on, baby? You know, again, you have some people that do that day in and day out. They don't know when to chill out. They don't have no boundaries. They don't have no chill. And the only reason why they ain't got no chill is because they've already broken codes with other people. Some people have probably already seen through them. So now they just trying to cling on to whatever. I'm gonna say this again. There should be no reason why some of you are going beyond and above to try to mess up somebody's peace, joy, and love. For real. Realist, what's going on, my guy? James, what's going on? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Um, that's a code being broken right there because you know you have to respect what somebody is saying. You have to respect it on all angles. If you're not going to take that into consideration, then you don't have no respect or boundaries for anybody else around you. Rachel, what's going on, baby? And I think that's a problem right there. You know, some people will make it their mission to just, try to tear up something good. And your boundaries, again, shouldn't take you to jump all the way out of a window. You gotta know when to place a restriction on certain things. If I don't like somebody, I'm not going to continuously talk about them. I'm not going to keep going at them. None of that. It's pointless. I might as well just, keep it pushing from there. And when some people are strong minded and strong willed, guess what? A lot of times, that's what's going to happen. They breaking codes when they trying to steal your energy and your joy and whatever it is you're doing. Well, they're at least trying to. The strong ones ain't letting it happen. We've all been doing the same thing, you know, just keeping everything in good spirits and just navigating through the scene. And there are certain things that, guess what? Your quote unquote unlimitless boundaries will get stopped. Because again, you are messing with people who are strong willed. They're definitely able and they don't go. See, some people never got the message. You should love and respect everybody. Everybody that's doing something right, everybody that's moving on the right chords and moving on the right fights, we need to respect that. Because again, how far are you willing to let yourself go just to try to prove a point to somebody? And honestly, you're not proving a point when the person is still coming every day, when a person is still doing them every day, when a person is still living their life. So, you know, it's time for some of y'all to respect the moral code. And that moral code should go as follows. Even if I have an issue with somebody, if we done already hashed it out one way or another, there's no need to keep going back and forth. And if I'm going to waste my time, again, just trying to be a pain in somebody's neck, then what does that say about me? That tells the people, that tells the people that my code is messed up. I don't respect nothing. Now, see, I'll be honest with you. Some people think you're supposed to follow a code of picking and choosing who you're supposed to be on the battlefields with. No, I don't pick and choose nothing. What I do is just bring the like-minded and at least the goal-orientated people together. Oh shoot, hold on. My bad, y'all. I gotta yeah, never mind. I got it. I had to make sure I add this up real quick. Might come just to be on the safe side. Like most things, you know. See, I had to prepare myself just in case I go a little bit left, you know. You know me already. Mr. J, what's going on, my guy? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. This is my thing though. At what point do again some of y'all grow up and start realizing the codes that you break in, the codes that you just, keep throwing knives at some point, those knives are going to get thrown back. When are you going to realize that we really have a dire situation going on and we need to start doing more better, like uplifting the people that need to be uplifted? Start getting focused, the people who need to be focused, especially those who are willing to change or already in the midst of changing and just trying to find a way to go. Again, like I said, we got time to worry about personal disputes, personal hate, personal deception, so on and so forth. It becomes annoying. And honestly, it doesn't get nowhere. It still causes division at the end of the day. Ain't you getting tired of being divided? Code of honor as it stands means what it means. Y'all supposed to have a whole amount of integrity, ingenuity, drive, and strength, but also faith and humbleness because, again, you're going against you're going into battle and it's almost like you're outnumbered, but you still want to make sure you don't lose nobody in the process. And the people that do get lost, hey, that's because they might didn't follow protocol or they just went out, or erratically out there on the battlefield and not knowing they stepped on a landmine. So casualties of wars do happen sometimes, but I'm one of those no man left behind if I'm going on the field. Tanya, what's going on, baby? Mookie, what's going on, my guy? And I'm telling you, in life you're going to have boundaries. But there are just some things you're not going to tolerate. There's some things you will, some things you won't. Like I believe most people, they're getting sick, and most of them won't, and they don't tolerate people trying to quote unquote stalk and harass and bully people. Doesn't matter. I'm one of those people that I'm always want to stand on my code. My code is just bring the right people together, build, grow, have a good time, but also leave with something that's needed, some critical thinking. Some people have lost that damn spirit and lost that code long ways. Part of it is because of this internet. You got some people that are willing to break codes and go to all sorts of boundaries just to show nothing but evil spirits and just negative vibes. And in the long run, they think that it's cute or they think that that's actually doing something, but in the long run, it's just making you look even weaker. Because again, you're gonna have those who just don't care. You're gonna have those who don't show fear, and you're gonna have those that literally tell you get on up out of here. about to get berserk. I should have waited until about 10. Nah, I wanted to get this out, my friends. Yeah, I heard about that, Mr. J. I heard about a couple things today, but yeah, this is what I'm saying. We got bigger and better fish to fry. Even stuff like this happening, but the people would rather worry about, ongoing beefs and feuds. Again, when you turn off these apps, go outside, even when you're not looking at the news, go outside and look, see what I'm talking about. Some of y'all already do it. You got some of them that don't. We seeing a lot of different things that is just it's becoming too unrealistic to most of our eyes. Some of it should be shocking. You gotta definitely dig deep into your soul and figure out what works for you. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, but my bad. It's time to think outside the box. Start bringing the people together as a collective, even if y'all not going to fight on the same battle. At least fight on the same battlefield, because we still gotta do what's necessary for the people in the future. It's coming to a point where most of us are gonna have to stand up. Some of us are seeing certain situations, whether you want to call it a distraction or not. But I don't feel it's a distraction when you're watching somebody literally either almost lose their life, or you're watching them just get beat up, get picked on, get abused, and you're not stopping something. You have people that are doing that right now, and will sit there and be like, "Oh, dang, that was crazy earlier." What you mean it was crazy earlier? It's crazy how you stood there and instead of trying to help out, you just wanted to record something. Oh snap! Appreciate you, Tanya, baby. Uh, Okay, apparently my video ain't playing. They disrespecting me today. Appreciate you, Tanya. Welcome to the Eulogy family, baby. For Those members, y'all already know y'all get the specific perks right now. Still working on a few other things. Oh yeah, I gotta do this one more again. I appreciate my brother for that generous cash app earlier. Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, what? Give me 1 second, y'all. My stream y'all tweaking right now. Hold on. Appreciate you, Diz, for that cash app, bro. Realist, you mad because he taking your job right now, son. I'm telling you, son, he taking your job, son. He gonna take the ladies away from you, son. My dog is the lady killer right now. Oh. Told you he taking your spot. Realist is over. It's over. Dog ain't got to threaten you, man. Like he taking your job, son. Appreciate you, Tanya, for the membership, and appreciate you, Diz, for that cash app, bro. But yeah, you know, this is what I'm saying. I think that's a problem with some people now. Even when it comes to specific situations like this. Like I was stating earlier, you have some people that will get upset because of how certain people are moving, how their blessings is coming, so on and so forth. I don't never gotta do that. The only thing I gotta worry about is keeping my piece of sanity and just making sure that I keep the good people around. In the long run, guess what? Some people can't get upset because you're still blessed one way or another. Again, every day that you're able to wake up and you're able to achieve something greater than what you think you can, that's a blessing right there. Take into consideration that not everybody gets a golden opportunity in life. And if they do, most people are going to try to find any way to keep themselves afloat, even after everything is said and done. And keeping yourself afloat is basically just staying truthful and humble, you know, continuously build, figure out ideas. Like I said, at some point, you know, the build does happen. And right now, you got to do more teaching and uplifting than anything. You know, because you got people who really feel like there is no hope. But then you got those who still have a firm belief that something can be done and something can be changed. But again, when the right people are coming together, then and only then will some of these dreams become reality. But you have people who are breaking the code even of doing that. They showing the worst of the worst. And it's crazy. I mean, at some point, when do you just get it together? When do you stop worrying about everybody else's blessings and gifts? When do you stop worrying about how everybody else is moving and what everybody else is doing and get together on your own accord to figure it out, what you could bring to the table? And you'll be surprised. Some people actually do have things they could bring to the field of the forefront. But because of the way they want to live, because of the way they want to just do things, it's not going to happen right away. Helen, what's going on, baby? Not bad, y'all. You're going to hear some annoyances right now, but it is what it is. But again, you want to take the time out every day to try to figure out something. Again, give that thanks to the higher power, because without him, you wouldn't be here. And all in all, though, you would have something to achieve. You're never too old to learn something or get into something or even change something, especially if you feel it's going to be a valuable piece for life. But you breaking codes when you're sitting there trying to destroy and take away the happiness from somebody else. That's a problem that really needs to be solved right now. And some people have to at least come to a table, settle their differences the right way. And if you can't, then you got to just move away from each other. But go build and keep being prosperous in life. I think that's a real problem right now. Again, some people just don't see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture should tell you, you know what? I feel like I've done enough. Oh, you know what? I ain't gonna even go that road. It's not worth it. Let me just leave that person alone and let me just go be me. Even if that person don't forgive me, it is what it is. Let me just keep moving on with my life. But no, you have some people that will be stuck on standstill because that's all they know. Some people only know beef and drama and stalking and creeping and just weird behaviors. That's all they know. That's all they ever want to know. So imagine what they do on here. You can imagine what they do in real time, if they even go outside. And honestly, a code was broken last night, in my opinion. And that's why it's still tying into what I'm saying about code and boundaries. At what point do you stop and think that you're a grown man or woman and that you need to just stop doing what you're doing? Is it really going to take somebody to have to come see you physically for you to take a hit, or for you to realize that it's not it? Shouldn't have to go that way. Neff, what's going on, baby? Yeah, they starting to wild out right now. Give me a minute. Don't worry, they ain't letting off no gunshots tonight. Hopefully not. Don't even think about it. If you're not standing on your right core principles, you're breaking all codes. You are, whether you believe it or not. I mean, it's time to really face the facts. If you are upset again because you see somebody else is glowing and shining and you want that, you gotta figure that out. You have to. You got to figure out what's your best step in life. With man, they wilding right now. My bad. Give me 1 second. Well, my bad. A few car alarms went off. Hopefully, none on this block go off. But again, you got to figure out where you want to traject everything and just move it there. Get rid of all the negative parasites. Get rid of all the just get rid of all the clown behavior, basically. Appreciate you for dropping links and showing love, man. And I'm just saying, where does it go now? Again, are you going to cease and desist, or are you going to get met with an iron fist? Because if you get met with an iron fist, there's no way to tell how that's going to end on that list. It's not going to be something good for you or anybody around you. Again, we have bigger things to worry about. Our code and our morals should be more. They need to be back intact. I'm sorry, dude. Because again, if you are allowing specific things to happen, I can imagine what you allow to happen outside. For all you know, it could be a situation you could probably break up or probably, keep from happening, but you rather only care about yourself. Again, that's selfish. You welcome, Helen. I thought I had you down from the last time you was in here, but yeah, got to start paying attention even more now. See, and that's the one thing some people fail to realize. You have to pay attention to the real goals in life. You have to pay attention to the real struggles in life. A struggle is not trying to stalk somebody from chat to chat or even in real time. That's not something that should be done. You are breaking the moral code and fabric, period. And it's sad because some people don't have no limits to what they will do. Like I said, just to either get a viral moment or just to become a viral moment. You got to think. Some people who are building on here, they following the code. They following the code of just being themselves and being real. And if they're growing, they're being blessed one way or another, that's because they worked hard for it. That's their blessings bestowed on them by that man upstairs. If you mad you don't have a blessing that's coming quicker, you need to figure out something. And even still, you have to be patient and be humble. You want to pay attention to financials or you want to do certain things like that, you know what you really got to do? You got to put your money in the pot. Like I give shout out to my boy Harry Williams for popping in that day on the panel. And he was right though. A lot of people need to start putting their money into a little specific pot for the community. This way, it'll be something more for these kids to be active in. It'll be more things for even the adults to be active in. Like y'all heard this morning, y'all heard a whole bunch of kids, and yeah, they still don't go back to school till next month. So, but again, you heard a bunch of kids in the background and even behind me. Yeah, that was because I was a group full of camp kids getting ready to go on an adventure. And guess what? I still appreciate all that because again, you got too many people that don't want to do that. Like I said, my god sister, my little youngest god sister, is actually working as one of the camp counselors. Not for that group in particular. It's like 3, 4, maybe 4 different groups out here that's doing that, grabbing up all the kids and just finding things to do. Doesn't matter. Again, you should be thinking about the future and those kids that are coming into this world, those kids that are growing up now, they are going to be a part of that future. You can still even be a part of that future to a degree, leading the right fight. But you breaking all moral codes when you just going above and beyond just to try to make somebody else as miserable as you are. And you can sit here in front that like you're not miserable, but you are. Because again, if you got time to worry about who's doing what, who's saying what, who's shining, who's just being them, and man, it's time for you to wake up and smell the coffee for real. Nah, James, haven't seen Papa Will in like about a week, maybe about a week or so. Shout outs to Papa Will, man. Hopefully everything good with you. Hopefully you ain't just shadow hugging, but hopefully all is good with you, pops. Um, again, some good people. And seeing that's the thing when you are building with good people. Listen, you don't have to be perfect. What you have to do is just have some moral code of fabric. Okay, we might fall out because of some sort of slight miscommunication. If we fell out, but we find out this is what it is, what's stopping us from coming back to the table and at least just trying to hatch out whatever? If it didn't get too crazy and too deep, then I feel most things to be reconciled, especially with just a good talk without no interference, no nothing. Just let two grown people handle their business. Like most things in life, it should be a one-on-one affair if somebody has an issue with somebody. But see, these are the times when everybody is ganging up in numbers and they just trying to do their hardest again to upset the friendly balance or trying to upset the balance. Period. But you can't. You want to know why? Because again, those people who are standing strong and adamant on their goals and their destinations and what their beliefs are, they ain't gonna allow nobody to change that trajectory. Doesn't matter. Again, if you're worried about somebody else's blessings, you need to get up and focus on your own. And again, you are blessed. You're blessed for every little breath that you take, every little step that you take as well too. Because you're taking steps towards trying to be something better. That's what your mindset should be. But again, some people's mindset is just focused on evil and negativity. And at some point, that negativity will get xed out because we got enough of that. We got enough of the he said, she said. We got enough of the um, insightful, this, insightful violence, so on and so forth. We really need to stand on what we got to stand on. When you are blessed to try to do something, you should be able to, put something back. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think if I was where I need to be right now, or if I thought to be somewhere else, guess what? Be a few things in my community getting put back, and then it'd be going from there. Tired of seeing young folks dying over madness and stupidity and just overall violence. Period. I'm tired of seeing adults who are supposed to be adults moving like straight kids, on here and off here. Don't know when to take accountability for their life. Don't know when to try to wake up and try to join a good fight. Finding better ways to unite. Again, like not being judgmental, not crashing out, not being a nuisance or a disturbance to people who are trying their best to build for the better. But see, when you have opposition in life like that don't want to see that happen, this is what you tend to get. But again, I kept the code and I'm going all through boundaries if I have to. Necessary boundaries I'm taking, I'm gonna make sure that I keep it the ways I see fit. Keep it so this way we all have something to preserve and something to just feel good about. And I'm just following the code of just, being morally stand with the people that I'm building with. Again, without all of you, the process wouldn't even have been where we at now. And again, we're still growing. Bonnie, what's going on, baby? And I think that's the most beautiful thing, though, when you could go somewhere, go anywhere, on or off here, and just create something good, a good balance, fun all around the board, stern conversation about life, where we could be at, and how far we going to, work to go there. Just coming together for the right situations. We should get tired of trying to gang up for the wrong reasons. And saying honestly, we don't gang up over here. We'll gang up against ignorance, yeah, and disrespect. Everything else, I don't gang up. Just being us. I think some people are mad because that code that we speak about, we show it each and every day. You have some people who are willing to, just straight up go out like a madman just because of the simple blessings in life that are happening to the next person. You might think you know what kind of road somebody had to travel down to get those blessings, but most of y'all don't. Everybody's story is different. Everybody that's building on here is different. I think some of you people that are moving on here like children should respect the code. If you ain't gonna respect the code, then hey, good luck picking yourself up. Because when the ball does drop on you, you can't blame nobody but yourself. That famous saying, you gotta hold that L, son. Appreciate you, James, for dropping links. And I didn't even know. Oh, shoot. Shout out Tanya Renee, baby. Just now realized she live. Didi, what's going on, baby? And honestly, it should be a code about sticking up for the right people when the time is right. Again, you have a lot of people just caught up in the moment. They caught up in this moment of trying to be something at the risk of their own sanity, risk of their own blessings. For what? It's not getting you nowhere. Against you have to really have a sick, twisted part of you to go to those depths. And see, this is what I'm talking about the respect code. The respect code goes a long way. When you give respect, you get respect. You got people out there who are doing their damnedest, and they deserve all the respect they get. Like you, some of you youngins, you have a code of you just want to call people all by their names. No, when you are speaking to elders, you are supposed to call them as such, either Mister or Mrs. Should be no way you talking to one of these elders like they in your age category. Nah, you supposed to have a respect boundary. It's almost the same way around because some elders will call these kids, oh, you little ones, or you babies, or so on and so forth. No, you gotta call them young sir, young madam, whatever. The respect does go all around the board because we all are coming together one way to build something greater. We need the community as is. Because again, the information ladder goes up and down. They're supposed to keep building up because we all building up together regardless. And again, enough of the cinematics and dramatics. Some people are really just caught up in being that dramatic and that much of a victim. This is where people need to stop that too. If you've been sitting there causing all sorts of chaos and madness, nothing but drama and doing things that you know you wouldn't normally have done at all, you set yourself up for failure one way or another. And again, you're going to have people who are going to continuously build and grow and be who they are. You can't stop that. You think you might stop somebody who you feel you caught at a weak moment, but mostly everybody else is going to kick you right back. Again, respect goes a long way. That's the equivalent of you running around slapping people in the face just because you think you can do it, or just because you trying to irk or provoke a reaction. And when you get that reaction, you ain't prepared for it. So you better think twice about that. Because it'll be your luck. You slap the right person and they slap you right back and they slap you harder than what you slapped them. And again, I feel those unnecessary tactics of just trying to cross somebody or trying to get rid of somebody, it gets corny. I felt the code was broken last night, so I'm still going to correct this today. I got some good people in here, even the people that have been here as the last few months. I know some of y'all are going through situations right now when it comes to people trolling you, people just trying to be a pest or a hindrance to you. Again, I'm going to make this quite clear that this is the safe zone. I don't play around when it comes to people that are building with me and people that are cool with me. And seeing, unlike some of those people, we don't have time to be creating pages, finding out which chat you in, finding out where you surf at, so on and so on. No, we don't got time for that. But you got time for it. And I think that's a sad part again. You're showing exactly your weakness in character, your weakness in judgment, and at some point it will catch up with you. because you're gonna mess with the right person again, and they're gonna humble you. And when they humble you, it is what it is. You know, you better think about the next steps and the next moves that you make, because those ones will definitely have serious consequences. Because some people are going to feel that once you violate a code that they go by, you can't dictate to them how they feel. You can't dictate any of that. You're going to have to take what's given to Definitely appreciate you for dropping off links, James. My bad, y'all. Cell phone tower briefly went out. I don't know why, but see, even like prime example, when you feel like the devil working his work, it's not gonna work because still gonna be adamant on bringing the right type of not just content, but bringing the right type of people, the right type of builds, and that's what's the most important thing. Period. I just want people to realize this. You know, your actions, your movements, they are key to successful building. And I think that's a shared problem in the society right now. Again, some people are just not willing to get over themselves and think about the bigger picture. Some people actually think what they're doing is cute. They think that is fun, but it's really not. It only shows sheer hate, stupidity, and more division. And these are the things that we don't need. You have people who are trying to build above and beyond, not just on it. And you have people that move a certain way because they not just living on it. Some of y'all live on it. Like day in and day out, you live on it. You'll talk about anybody else that's doing whatever, but guess what? There's something being brought to the forefront one way or another. So you can't never get mad about that. Some of y'all cry about there's not enough people speaking on these things, and the people that do speak on them, you're not trying to do anything but just troll or try to upset the boundaries or upset the playing fields of those people who are building. But again, you showing weak characteristics. Like I said, if you never sat here and thought about just saying, you know what, we either gonna hash it out one way or another, or we just gonna go our separate ways, then something's wrong with you. And that's what I'm saying. It's sad how some people really take those negative steps just because they feel they that better than somebody. I would like to inform you that we all coming from some sort of struggle one way or another. We all don't live a perfect existence. Most of us have done things, most of us have said things, but most of us have made changes in life because you don't stay young and dumb forever. And you definitely don't stay ignorant to the facts forever neither. We have to start standing up on what's right. Most important thing that's right now is trying to better and further the education of those who are going to be here in the future. Like I said, for the generations and generations and the generations upon generations to come. We got to leave a long lasting blueprint, long lasting markets. That's definitely going to keep the balance rolling. You have time to definitely make a change if that's what you want to do. And some of y'all really do start off like you want to do something good, but you just allow negative drama and negative disputes to just plague your mind. And again, instead of you just elevating yourself and saying, I got something better to do, you would rather just run down this route of, you know, playing the fool. You can't tell me that's smart if you're running around being a baller to somebody. You can't tell me that's smart if you're sitting here saying and making fun of certain things that you know for a fact you wouldn't make fun of in your actual neighborhoods. You can't sit here and tell me that it's all right for you to attack on all levels, even on a level that you shouldn't do. Yeah, but I forgot. In the imperfect world, we asking for too much. And apparently, everything that's getting looked down at was the thing to be. And we still can be greater than what we need to be. We got to put our minds together and really formulate plans that will help and even give uplifting spirits to those and even blueprints to those who are already building and want to continuously build. So that's what I'm all for over here. But I'm not for people coming out of nowhere, especially people I don't know. And honestly, I don't care to know. But you're not going to come over here and bother people that I'm not saying to do business with, but you're just not going to mess with the family and think I ain't going to snap your neck. So I would do that in real time. You play with the wrong set of people, I'm on your neck. The loose cannon is heavy handed. Trust me. You know, whatever situations you got with people, even if they do resonate here, you might as well keep that outside. If you don't, I will start stepping on every little crevice of your body. Make sure I definitely detach you one way or another, and it just be nothing else left of you. Because again, you got people who ain't got time to be playing games. And actually, when you doing stuff like that, that's the biggest child game ever. It's time to check your code and check your behavior. You know, change your behavior for the better. Change your moves for the better. Some of y'all still got time to do that. But if you refuse to listen to logic and reason, this is what you're gonna get. You know, you're gonna get all the wrong terms. You're gonna get all the wrong information. And by the time you get the right information, it's gonna be too late. You're gonna be well behind the people. Grass is not always gonna be green on that other side. Especially if you ain't humble and if you ain't trying to take care of the garden. Sorry, you're gonna have to put in work. And being a troll or being a pest to somebody, that's not putting in work. That's just breaking codes of ethic. That's just breaking chain of command. And it's honestly just immature. You could try to cover it up or say whatever you want to say, but again, it's immature. Take that time and energy and focus on your own. And then you can focus on the people around you that definitely love you, care for you, and want to see you build. And if you're stagnant in something, if you're stagnant in life, you can't point fingers at nobody else but yourself. Again, I think I broke down most of the situations last night. I think I pretty much held down what was talked about as far as, you know, I see how the troll situations happen. But again, I'm not going for that over here. You really want to act like a junior high kid or even an elementary kid or even a high school kid, you want to fight so badly, take it outside. But when you get wailed and paled on, I don't got nothing to do with nothing. So I'm gonna tell you, don't come over here think you're gonna be trying to disturb a peace and balance because you're not. That goes for anybody. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to be joining in all that stupidity, all of that back and forth rhetoric. That's a waste of my time. My mental space, my mental clarity, my focal vision, that's my most important. Because without me being a stern person, I can't lead the flock anyway. I can't do what's right for the flock. So again, just going to keep that stern balance over here. Because I follow a code of just sticking to my word. But again, what's more important? A road to prosperity or a road to stupidity? But, I'm going to just leave it like that. Oh yeah, I wanted to know something. Some people, relationship wise, right? I wanted to ask this question. Um, where does your boundaries lie at as far as just being truthful? Like everybody has probably, I don't know, told some little white lie, right? Or even thought they was covering up something, right? But what happens when that person actually has something on? Are you gonna tell the truth, or are you gonna try to deflect and neglect the situation? Think that's something I might be delving into at some point. I don't know, 'cause something hit me, and the way it hit me, the markets more than now, and we need to stop focusing on petty squabbles and beefs. Stop focusing on things that's not getting us to a greater plane and a great. Yeah, I don't know. I think somebody was trying to play some music. My bad. But they got, again, we have to dig deep. We got to dig deep into what we know and what we can change. Again, start putting community pots together. We shouldn't have no boundaries when it comes to good resources, bringing something that's good for the kids, bringing something that's good for the young adults who are still trying to make something. Even those who might have already made a mistake and they want to get back into the right type of playing field. Again, it's all about just giving the opportunities where it's needed, building the opportunities where it's needed. For some of you, you are breaking codes when you just are allowing everything to happen in your neighborhoods and in your areas, and you're not standing up on it. Even when it comes down to your closest of kin, I've seen some people literally just leave their people on stuff, and that's a bad feeling. But I think I'll throw that in today on another night. I think I'm going to do the part three, the breaking the codes. It could be tomorrow night, 9 out of 10. I'm about to go show Tanya Renee some love. The link is pinned again in case anybody did want to chime in on the topic tonight. I mean, what should be a code for you to abide by? And if somebody has broken a code that you stand by, what do you do from there? And how do you move the ship forward? Everybody has different ways to do it. My life include negative keep continuing to grow the numbers. So I'll definitely be back in the morning, and tomorrow night I'll definitely bring that part three. And it'll be an open panel discussion. Y'all more than welcome to chime in. You know, hopefully for somebody that came in, hopefully they got something out of this. You know, we gonna just keep being the voice of reason. I think that's the most important thing to remember. Being the voice of reason on all calls. It's necessary. How you figure you want to grow and reach for the stars if you just want to stay quiet? You gotta lift your voice and definitely just move the chains forward. Can't stay in bondage forever. You know? And all the negative aspects of things, even on here, will leave you in that straight bondage. So it's time for y'all to get it together. Wake up and smell the coffee before it's too late, and you be left holding the ball. You know? Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. We'll be back in the morning. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance today, you already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real bills. And I'll definitely chime in on these two stories because I still got to find out about the 10 people that got injured on the Long Island Railroad. It's a few things I'm going to hit up in the morning, definitely. So I'll definitely be speaking on that, giving my views and my reactions on it. You know, and I'll definitely drop the link in case anybody else want to pop in on it. So definitely go show Tanya Renee some love. And everybody that's catching this replay, if you ain't subbed by now, or if you ain't, you know, supporting them by now, you should be. Definitely some good people, you know. We're going to continuously rock out, no matter what the naysayers say. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. To the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.